What if the one who saves your life can't speak a single word? What if the warning signs are seen not by humans, but by a quiet soul watching from the corner of the room? That morning began like any other. The house was calm, filled with soft daylight and silence. She moved slowly through the kitchen, trying to ignore the strange heaviness in her chest. It wasn't pain exactly, more like an invisible weight pressing down on her. She told herself it was just fatigue, another long night without proper rest. Across the room, her white cat sat perfectly still, eyes locked on her every movement. This cat had always been gentle, playful even, but today something was different. Its tail didn't flick, its ears stayed alert. It was watching, not resting. As she reached for a cup, her hand trembled. The cup slipped, crashing onto the floor. The sound echoed through the house. She leaned against the counter, dizzy, struggling to breathe. Before she could call for help, her knees gave way and she sank to the ground. The cat leapt from its spot instantly, landing beside her with a sharp, urgent cry. This wasn't hunger. This wasn't. When she didn't respond, the cat ran to the front door, scratching wildly, meowing louder than ever before. Then it ran back to her. Again and again. A desperate routine, as if it understood time was running out. Moments later, her body went completely still. The cat froze, then carefully climbed onto her chest, lowering its head close to her mouth, sensing her breath. Every few seconds, it let out a sharp cry, louder than before, echoing through the hallway and into the open windows. Outside, people passed by, unaware that inside this quiet home, a life hung by a thread. Then something changed. Footsteps stopped outside. A neighbor heard the strange, urgent sounds and knocked on the door. No answer. The cat scratched harder, meowing relentlessly. Concerned, the neighbor called for help. The door was opened, and the sight inside was unforgettable. A woman unconscious on the floor, and a white cat standing guard like a protector that refused to surrender. Emergency services arrived quickly. As they tried to lift her onto the stretcher, the cat resisted, clinging close, refusing to leave her side. Only when she was safely inside the ambulance did the cat finally calm, sitting still. When she finally opened her eyes, confused and weak, the first thing she searched for wasn't a doctor or a nurse, it was her cat. When she saw those familiar white paws beside her bed, tears rolled silently down her face. The cat climbed onto her gently, resting its head near her arm, as if saying, "I told you." I stayed. The doctors explained that her body had shown warning signs long before she collapsed, signs humans often miss. But the cat didn't miss them. It noticed the slowed movements, the change in breathing, the energy that felt wrong. While people rely on words and logic, animals rely on instinct. And sometimes, instinct sees the truth first. From that day forward, she never again thought of her cat as just a pet. It was a guardian. A silent companion who didn't need language to understand pain or danger. The bond between them grew deeper, rooted in something beyond routine or comfort. It was trust. It was loyalty. It was love without conditions. This story reminds us of something powerful, that animals don't just share our homes. They share our lives. They feel our emotions, sense our struggles, and sometimes step in when we are at our weakest. In a world that often overlooks quiet heroes, this white cat proved that bravery doesn't always roar.